Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is that a jackalope? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And we're original members of the Toadies. And now we're podcasting.
Yeah, now I threw our normal podcast introduction out because we've got a guest in the studio.
Special guest.
Oh, my God. Chris Wymore. He is with CBS. Have you heard of that network?
CBS Network, right?
Yeah.
We're being investigated.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was murder or something like that.
Or just taking our trash out too early.
Right.
Yeah.
Leaving the trash can out by the curb too long.
Yeah.
Some Karen reported us.
Yeah, that makes them irritated. I guess it brings the raccoons out.
Right.
Yeah.
No one wants raccoons.
I know. They don't. They're so cute.
But the masks.
Oh, God, right? We should report some raccoons. Get all the attention off of us onto raccoons. So, but anyway, we are, even though I use the podcast intro, we are talking about bonus content.
You know what else gets in trash, though?
What?
Possums. We should talk about Possum Kingdom a little bit because...
Oh, what a segue.
Right?
Yeah.
September 25th.
Yes.
Is One Hit Wonder Day, right?
Yes. Chris told me about this. He was like, September 25th is all about you guys. And I'm like, wait, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Toadies are kind of considered
a
one hit wonder by some people.
Which the song most people don't know the name of, Possum Kingdom.
Including my wife, Courtney.
They just say it's that song that says, do you want to die?
I know. They just remember it by the angst.
Right.
And they probably think it's called Do You Want to Die?
It is. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, in parentheses.
Right.
Yeah.
With one hit.
Yeah. Now, when I talked about being a part of the One Hit Wonder day with this, a lot of the local people were like, what? That doesn't make sense. You have Tyler, you have I Come From the Water, you have Away.
Right.
So I really think this whole one hit wonder thing is based geographically.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because actually in Florida and in Boston and in parts of Texas, Toadies actually had several hits.
Right.
So locally, probably the one hit wonder for local music would be Deep Blue Something, Breakfast at Tiffany's, right?
Oh, yes.
But we'll gladly have this honor.
Yeah, it is an honor.
Right.
Because there's so many bands that don't have a one hit wonder at all.
Exactly.
And it could be worse. You could be still a band putting out albums and touring.
You could be Deep Blue Something.
Yeah. And you're in the Where Are They Now article.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I think that's an honor, though.
Yeah,
but
take it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we get a medal?
Participation.
We participated. Yes. Okay. Good. My toilet seat medal. Yeah. But so I don't know. Do you want to talk more about Possum then?
Well, let's talk about the band that existed right before you left.
Yeah.
So when you were in the band, we wrote Possum Kingdom. You were in the band still when Possum Kingdom was written.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is, I think, the last publicity shot that we did because we pulled out some bonus content of when you were in the band with Daryl, who ended up taking over your lead.
Right. He was kind of the rhythm when we brought him on because he replaced Tracy. And so this was really the lineup, I think, where everything became cohesive.
Right. This is right before we got signed. In fact, it might have been the summer that we got signed that we took this picture, or right before, maybe the spring before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is like right before we got signed. This is our last publicity shot with you in it. And I think that there's some foreshadowing because they made you in the shadows. You're like way in the back and in the shadows. Like,
yeah.
And this guy's leaving soon.
And see, I was just trying to be cool. but I didn't mean for it to foreshadow. But I remember us arriving for this because we're like, oh man, we're going to make it big. And we wanted to have the official photo with the name. And there's our P.O. box next to the El Phoenix.
Right.
But we got there and they wanted us standing in front of just the white sheet.
Right.
And we were like, that's dumb. It makes us look like all the other bands.
Right.
So we had them back the camera up. So it included the clips and the side. Don't you know, we probably just made that cameraman irritated.
Oh, well, we did, because he fought us a little bit. The photographer, was this, who did this photo?
Oh, I
wish
remember.
I could give credit. I cannot remember who did this photo, but he was not happy with changing it up. And then I think he was happy with the final result. I like how it looks unfinished.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Toadies didn't want anything really refined.
Oh, God. We fought that every time.
It wanted it to be a little bit rough around the edges and the picture.
Just like us. Rough around the edge.
Yes.
But I remember the shirt I was wearing was a guy's head getting hit by a hammer, and I bought that on 6th Street in Austin because it was just like some guy that just paints shirts on the sidewalk.
And he painted that shirt, and you were like, I'll have that.
Yeah, that'd be great for my band photo. So so that was one of the things I remember about that.
I am standing on something.
I know. I was gonna say,
most definitely.
Daryl is taller than me, and I mean he's probably 6'3".
Yeah,
4.
Yeah, he played basketball, so he's 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
and I'm like right up there with him. So I'm probably standing on like 20 Bibles.
And poor Mark, they didn't even give him lifts. They were just like, well, you just stay right there. That's about the right height.
Right.
But
and they're like, look sad, like they just said something evil to you.
Now,
like, you're not in the band anymore. So he's like,
I know.
I do not like band pictures where they're all looking on different directions.
Oh no, that's so Olin Mills.
Right.
Yeah. It's like where they have you doing this and then the other picture of you looking straight ahead on the corner.
Yep.
No.
That's what Mark's doing.
And I remember we got these photos, and I think it was 3 months later that I quit, 2 months later. And I remember playing at Mad Hatter's and going up and telling Todd I was done. And he had a bunch of these photos in his hand, and he threw them up in the air.
Did he really?
He was just like, well, there go these photos. And he just threw them up in the air.
Like Mary Tyler Moore.
With her hat. Yes. But not smiling. Yeah. So I think it was just one of those moments but I remember raining down photos after that.
Now, when this picture was taken, did you know you were going to leave the band?
No, I didn't. It was one of those, I think I may have thought it might be coming in due time. Didn't know. But
not that quickly.
No, because I wasn't married yet. I was still in college. And it was like, oh, let's see kind of what comes first. So
the picture.
Yeah.
The picture came, and then everything else went to crap.
But from this group, we made Possum Kingdom. And I mean, how can you say a one-hit wonder when the album sold? How many did it end up selling total? Rubberneck. Well,
I mean, it went platinum, so we sold over 1 million.
Yeah.
But now I don't know what the total is. I mean, that was
back then.
96 where it went platinum.
Yeah, because I remember
it's been selling since.
I remember when Rubberneck came out, it took a lot of touring of you all to get it even going.
We were out on the road for 2 years solid. I think maybe that whole time we were back a week.
Oh, God.
Out of that whole 2 years, we'd come back, and all of my stuff was in storage for a year.
God.
Because I didn't even have a place to live in Dallas, because we were touring the whole time. I lived on a tour bus.
Wow.
So,
but you love that, huh?
oh my God. Yeah.
Oh,
so
the camaraderie of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have a band, being a one-hit wonder is not that bad of a thing.
No.
It's actually a pretty awesome thing.
It's a badge of honor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it kind of sneaks up on you because we were playing tiny clubs, driving around in a van, and then all of a sudden we're playing arenas and everyone knows the words to the song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I have been shopping in PetSmart and heard the song come on the radio in the store. I remember last season there was
Possum Kingdom.
Yeah.
At PetSmart.
Yeah. It was Possum Kingdom, and then they played Possum Kingdom during a commercial break, going to commercial during a Cowboys game. That was last season.
Yeah, I remember every time there's a Monday night football game.
Yeah.
That is in town, Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
They play a Toadies song
and
during the commercial break. That's freaking awesome.
I'm trying to think if I've ever heard it at a Stars game.
They do play I Come From the Water every once in a while.
Now that you mention it about PetSmart, it is pretty bad if they're saying, "Do you want to die?"
Yeah. At PetSmart? So it's like
I know
euthanasia,
it's yeah. There's a sale on euthanasia.
Threaten the little gerbils.
Maybe it was a different one, but it was Toadies. It could have been Tyler.
At PetSmart. Ooh, that's even bad too. That should be I Come From the Water because it's.
I know it was
evolution.
Toadies. Yeah,
and that would be good.
Oh, there.
So that way you could like taunt the.
Dogs
parakeets.
came from fish.
Right. Like, hey guys.
Oh, the dogfish.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the dogfish.
Yeah. Or the catfish.
Right.
Oh.
Good Lord.
So one hit wonder, badge of honor.
I would say, yeah, not a bad thing.
I agree.
Not a bad thing at all.
Oh, no. I am proud to be able to say I was a part of this band.
Yeah.
Because I'm not embarrassed because, oh, God.
No.
It's not like, I was.
We just had one hit.
Such and such. Yeah. And you still got to be careful, though. You're like, have you ever heard of the Toadies? And I'd be like, you don't want to set yourself up for that. But there are a lot of people nowadays where the kids are listening to it because their parents listen to it.
Right.
So it is continuing. It's not like a song that died in the 90s.
Now it's like a legacy thing.
Yeah.
So if I was going to die right now, there's still this thing that exists in this world that I left behind. More than just, like a bad review on Yelp.
Yeah.
I want to leave more than that.
Yeah. And there was that movie just recently, I think was it on Netflix, where they used the bum 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 as a part of the soundtrack. I know it. I can't remember what movie. They shouldn't have used it because the movie probably stunk, but yeah, they did.
Really?
Yeah, it was a piano where it played it real soft.
How come I don't know this?
I know. See, the legacy is continuing.
Well, I know on Wine Country, which you can watch on Netflix. The Toadies have a song on it.
Oh, wow.
Plane Crash, which is off the second record.
Oh, right? There you go.
Yeah. So,
and then
it's kind of cool.
And then I saw, actually, I think Courtney saw it, but Chip and Joanna Gaines on one of their shows where they were traveling around, they started singing I Come From the Water because it came on the radio.
What?
Yeah. Chip and Joanna.
The Magnolia people?
Yeah.
They're going to like.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
While they're doing renovation, they're listening to Possum Kingdom probably.
They were in the car.
All right, Chip and Aunt.
Yeah.
So wait, it's Chip and what's her name?
Chip and what is it?
Huh? Joanna.
Joanna.
Chip
Okay.
and Joanna.
I was making sure I was right.
Chip because he always makes dad jokes.
Oh, Chip is great. Yeah.
Right.
I like Chip.
Right. And he does crazy things like eat a cockroach. Did you see that one?
No. Ugh. And how can you hate a guy named Chip?
Right.
I mean, chips are great.
He's named I thought he was named after the Disney character.
Oh.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah. or the dancers, Chip, and they just shorten it.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, so one hit wonder is a plus.
We're pro
one hit wonders.
Yeah.
Now we'd be anti if we didn't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The haters are going to talk about that.
Yes, right.
If you have the hit, you're not going to go, yeah.
If you have the hit, you must have quit. That's the second week in a row I've used that.
Yes.
I hope I've aired the first one, or that won't make sense to anyone.
I love it.
Well, good trip down Possum Kingdom Lane. It's
been good to us. It really has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's given us a lot of material for this podcast as well.
Oh,
because we're unwrapping some of the mysteries of the Toadies, which there are a lot of.
Right. Right.
So
I know.
It's
leave it to a lake to help us out.
Way to go, Lake.
Chippin' Lake. Yeah, I like those names.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for tuning into this. So One Hit Wonder Day is September 25th. And I'm sure we'll send out some stuff showing what they're going to air on CBS.
Right. And listen to Possum Kingdom and then do the deep dive because there's other hits on there.
Yeah.
Listen to Backslider.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
And then follow it up with Breakfast at Tiffany's, just for good measure. Because
good
there's
call.
Your one hit wonder right
there. So true.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for listening, and bonus content every Monday on YouTube, Thursdays on our podcast, wherever you get your podcast.
Right.
And regular episodes on Wednesday.
And we'll see you next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tail?
Or is it a chip?
Off the old block.
Amen to that.